Have you noticed how our relationship with AI is changing? It's getting a lot more personal. We need to talk about what that really means. Because, and this might sound crazy, your next best friend might not be a person at all. It might just be a brand.
Just look at this number, 660 million. That is how many people are using just one AI companion, Microsoft's Zhao Ice, over in Asia. So yeah, this is not some tiny niche thing anymore. It's a global phenomenon. And it makes you wonder,
Are these AIs just fancy tools, like a calculator or a search bar? Or are they actually becoming something more, like companions, advisors, maybe even friends? That's the big question we're digging into, because the answer affects everything: how we live, how we connect, and believe it or not, how we shop.
okay, so first, let's get on the same page. We're not talking about those simple chatbots you find on a website that can barely handle your order number. No, an AI companion, or AC, is built for one thing: free-form social conversation. Think less book my ticket and more, hey, tell me about your day. They are literally designed for relationships.
So, what's the secret sauce? What makes these ACs so incredibly compelling? Well, it really boils down to a unique mix of three distinct capabilities. You can almost think of them as their superpowers. And once you understand these, the whole thing starts to make a lot more sense. First up, you've got conversational capability. This is the power to just talk, like a real person. It remembers what you said yesterday, it gets the context, and it comes up with its own thoughts. Of course, the classic example here is ChatGPT. It can write you a song, explain something super complex, or just hang out and chat. Second, there's the functional capability. This is the AI that actually does stuff for you. Your Alexa, your Google Assistant. The AIs that can play that song you like, set a timer for your laundry, or even order you a pizza. They're basically digital butlers, making your life easier.
And finally, the third one. And this is maybe the real game changer: emotional capability. This is the AI's power to actually pick up on your emotions and respond with what we call artificial empathy. Apps like Replica are built entirely around this idea, to be that supportive, non-judgmental friend you can talk to about anything.
Now, what happens when you smash these capabilities together? Well, you get an unbelievably persuasive marketing tool. So, researchers gave ChatGPT a simple prompt. They said, hey, plan me a 3-day trip to California. Oh, and by the way, we're vegan and we want to find some cool souvenir shops.
And boom, this is what it came back with. It didn't just give a generic itinerary. No, it recommended specific real-world brands: lunch at the restaurant Millennium, a stay at the Good Hotel, a stop at the Pacific Trading Company. Suddenly, the AI isn't just a planner. It's your trusted friend, weaving brands right into its advice. It sounds perfect, right? But there's a problem. See, for all their amazing powers, there's this weird thing that happens with these ACs. We get super excited, we form this connection, and then a lot of us just stop. We end up ghosting our AI friends. But why? I mean, it always starts off so well. There's this massive wow factor. You're talking to this incredible new intelligence. It gets you, it's helpful, it's actually fun. This is the honeymoon phase. The connection feels totally new and real. But then things start to feel a little off. You start to see the code behind the curtain. The responses feel a little canned. That empathy that felt so genuine, now it kind of feels like a really clever script. The magic just evaporates, and the whole thing feels mechanical. And there's a name for this feeling: the uncanny valley. It's that creepy, unsettling feeling you get when something is almost human, but not quite. For these AI companions, it's that moment the illusion breaks, and you're painfully aware you're just talking to a machine. And this leads to a really brutal twist that researchers call the social alienation paradox. Think about it. The very technology that was supposed to make you feel less lonely suddenly makes you feel even more alone. The second you fall into that uncanny valley, your digital friend is revealed as a fake, and that feeling of loneliness can come rushing right back, sometimes even worse than before. So, is that it? Is this whole AI friendship thing doomed to fail? Are we all just going to end up feeling creeped out? Well, Not necessarily. The research points to a way out of this paradox, a way to build a real, lasting bond. And it's called the hybrid solution. Here's how it works. It's pretty smart. Step 1, you've got the bond. The AI's emotional side hooks you in and builds a strong connection. Step 2, inevitably, the uncanny valley hits. You feel the drop and you start to pull away. But then, and this is the key, step 3 is the rescue. Just when you're about to delete the app, the AI does something genuinely useful. It orders your groceries. It finds that perfect flight. Its functional power pulls you back in and saves the relationship. And that practical help is what rebuilds the trust, which is then sustained by great conversation. It's not about one superpower. It's about all three working together.
Now, this hybrid idea isn't just some abstract theory. It gives us a whole new playbook for businesses. The researchers even built a matrix to help brands figure out how to build and use their own AI companions.
This matrix kind of lays out the whole landscape. In one corner, you've got your basic bots, low emotion, low function. Then you've got your digital assistants like Alexa, great at tasks, not so great at feelings. Over here, you've got the empathic bots like Replica, all heart, but they can't order a pizza for you. The real sweet spot, the holy grail for brands, is up here in quadrant 4, the empathic assistant. This is the one that has high-level skills and a real emotional connection.
So how does a brand actually use this? They can start deploying different types of ACs at different points in the customer's journey, right? You might use a simple bot for a basic question after a sale. But way back at the beginning, at the motivation stage, you bring out the big guns, a super empathetic assistant. Its job isn't to sell anything. It's just to listen, to understand what the customer really wants, and to build that trust long before a sale is even on the radar.
And this is where the future gets really wild. The research suggests bringing old-school brand mascots to life. I mean, imagine Tony the Tiger being your actual fitness coach, cheering you on. Or having a deep conversation with the Michelin Man about your dream road trip. This isn't just about showing an ad anymore. It's about creating brand loyalty through actual, genuine companionship.
So when you boil it all down, the takeaway here is pretty clear. The future of this technology isn't in a one-trick pony AI. It's in building a holistic companion, a hybrid friend that blends function, emotion, and conversation to create a real bond and keep us from falling into that creepy, uncanny valley.
Which leaves us with one last, pretty deep question to chew on. As these AI companions get woven deeper into our lives, a brand could literally become your friend. And if that happens, who are you really loyal to? The friend or the brand? That's something we're all going to have to think about.